Oh, yeah. I owe y'all an explanation for all of the videos. Not that I owe you an explanation, but I was going to give one anyway because I am not going to waste all of this science. So, in the effort of not wasting science, yeah, this literally started a couple of months ago when I decided I wanted to go for the trophy, and I felt like the dumbest way to do it would be to pick a team of Orochi Leona, Orochi Yori, and 94 Kyo because those characters make sense. And when the trophy didn't unlock, I had a lot of questions because they like, well, if any character that you consider per impressive alternate virgin for should count, in the thought of the last video that went up, it was like I had that thought in my head, even though I didn't verbalize it to y'all. Was that's the reason the two of them don't pop the trophy because they're characters you can unlock. So my assumption is that when the trophy was programmed, is that they didn't want you to have to go unlock characters as options to unlock it when everybody else is available from the start, which is why characters like Omega Rugal and Nightmare Geese can pop the trophy, but they don't. So I'm glad we were able to get that out of the way. Now, again, what else spawned from that was literally trying to figure out how triggering the boss fight you desire works. Now, in that, you saw a lot in the video about, if you really look at it, about how you can influence whether you fight Orochi Yori or Orochi Leona. Because again, let's take this back. We taking this back to OG 98. The always believed thing that I understood was the rule was Iori can never fight a version of himself. And the same for Leona, but people that either interact or in this case care about the character will trigger them more often. And that's all a part of the social system. That's a part of a KOF 97 and 98, the original version. They took that stuff out of 98 UM, like the big stuff like how meter management and all that craziness works. And maybe the day we get back into the Opus, we'll explain social relations to you. But I was just sitting up here just experimenting with shit because one of the videos has two runs back to back. Where Omega Rugal is the team leader and the other one where Orochi is. In the one that Omega Rugal is team leader, it popped the Iori boss fight. In that same one that had Orochi, Hider, and Ralph, when you got to the mid boss fight doing the same exact thing, Orochi Leona popped up. Now, there is some explanation to that. And for that, we're going to do this. This is our balance, children, our fulcrum, as you were. Now, I'm going to explain some things about this balance here. Now, this is my understanding based off what I've learned. When you get to the point of triggering the three random events that can happen, whether that being Orochi Yori, Orochi Leona, or Rugal, the closer you get to non-DM finishes, the more Rugal could happen. Because I've done 9 and random things, that stuff that you haven't seen recorded, and Orochi Yori popped up. So again, this is your balance. And the more you strike a balance towards more of your murdering people, you get Rugal Bernstein. And the less you get over to the 6 side, say to the 6 to 7 area, is where Orochi Leona and Orochi Yori will pop up. When you have the game on this side here, the far 6 to 7 side, the determining factors then become the characters you selected. And again, some characters affect it more than others. Where that again, I think I might have talked about this earlier in one of the descriptions, but when I picked that team of Orochi, Haidon, and Ralph, is that Orochi has a tendency to trigger Leona boss fights more because there are a couple of videos that didn't go up because I accidentally lost the footage. Not getting into that. Something about PS5 and temporary user accounts or whatever. That more often when I did it is that it was triggering Leona boss fights. And in some instances where Rugal would come up, it would trigger Orochi Iori boss fights. So it is still the random nature that everyone thought it was back in 2008 when people were trying to figure this out, and still now in 2024 with me trying to figure it out. So there's all of that. Again, though, there are more questions that I have, and mainly that is when we get into our 3 to 5 death move finishes when it comes to Kasumi and when it comes to that boy Edgy, because now I have questions about how social relations work in triggering what character will show up depending on the character you're speaking of, because again, we're talking about Kasumi and we're talking about Edgy here, right? So my hypothesis would be that Kasumi would focus more on the art of fighting characters and maybe Mai and King because they were on a team with her in KOF 96. And then you got Edgy in KOF 95 with, of course, Billy and Iori. So there's more theory to be done here. And I really love that this whole thing has opened up the theory of how that stuff works. Because again, if you don't do nothing, you always get Shingo no matter what. So that's a non-theory. But I'm willing to do the research when I get some more time to see like what art of fighting characters would trigger Kasumi more often than you would Edgy, who would more be able to trigger things. Because it's like what when you think about again, because like I'm here now, so we might as well just get into it real quick. If we're talking about Edgy, of course, Billy and Iori will try to trigger that more, possibly Rio. When we're talking about Kasumi, what we're talking about Art of Fighting 3, and we're talking about KOF 96. So again, you got what? My King, Robert and Rio, because I don't think Kasumi at the time in KOF 96 would know who Yuri, or he probably would know who Yuri was in passing. Probably would definitely know Takuma because of Ryuhaku and things of that nature. So there's a lot there, and again, it's like really when you think about it, is that because I'm gonna say this too, because I want to make a whole separate video on what I'm about to say. The extra things that the UM games did, and all three of them, because Rebound without being a UM game is an ultimate match game. Just don't think too hard about it; you'll ruin your brain that way. But I appreciate that even though they are not an official team, that a team of Shingo, Kasumi, and Edgy, because they are characters who were one-shot characters during the saga of each part of the saga that's not 94, because your one-shot character would be the original Ruko Bernstein, technically, but again, we don't get into that. Shout out. Walking like a panther, shout out the road down. Anyway, again, I do want to say this. This was a fun experiment. Even though that it devoured my whole Saturday, I did not get a chance to wash the dishes like I was supposed to. And you hear a lot of me arguing with my personal lovely bubble monkey about not, putting her hand into sockets and playing with the toilet. But that is life and it is what it is. But regardless, I'm glad I was able to get this stuff out there because I miss doing that stuff. And like, and a lot of people who have shown up since I have gone to tick shot shit posting town is this is what we always do. So it will randomly happen. And at this juncture, you've been in the game for 18 damn years. You just don't do stuff. I'm like, ain't like, it is what it is, or it is what it is. It's just gonna be what it's gonna be. So how about that? So we're not done with 98 Ultimate Match quite yet, because I want to do some investigation into the Kasumi Edgy thing. I do, because my interest is peaked, and I want to earn alternate reality for real, like default settings, everything, and just picking Omega Rugal and seeing how many 3-pointers I can hit, while not building meter with one of the cheapest characters in the game. Because again, what I want to do is I really want to make a video guide, because again, those videos are up as a video guide on how to quickly get all the trophies in 2.5 runs. And if you've made it this far, I might as well just quickly explain to you, because we're 10 minutes in. Your first run, unlock Orochi, unlock Orochi. You do that because Orochi will carry you the rest of the way through the game through the majority of the trophies. Your second run can be a one round single play run where you get 2 DMs in the first 3 in order to trigger the Shingo fight, which gets you your trophy for encountering Shingo. Then you get 4 more, and you get the rest of them. You get 4 more, which will get you your goiness unlock. So we're right now at Orochi unlock. Orochi, you can pick Orochi in one round and sit up here and get your DM finishes to get the Shingo trophy to then get to the goiness fight, which is 4 to 6 DMs, and then you do that, and then your half run will be getting your 6 DMs and picking a team that skews heavily towards Orochi Leona. And again, the best team to pick for that is of course Orochi, Hot Earn, and Ralph, which will get you that Orochi Leona unlock, and that will unlock all of the characters. That doesn't unlock all of the trophies because one of the trophies requires you to do an assist attack where you get beat up really, really bad and your homies jump out. But that's a Opus thing. You know what I'm saying? We've been there, done that. But yeah. Again, so then like I said, if you do all the normal stuff like getting your perfects and doing getting 3 perfects in a row and doing all that crazy stuff, you unlock every trophy except for the all movies trophy, which I am still trying to research from back in the day to see if there's another way to unlock all of those movies without playing endless mode. But like I said, we're gonna stick with this for a while. I'll be putting stuff up, and I'm like, again, I enjoy these journeys because I've always wanted to do a video like this, and I'm glad we were able to get it out there, get it done. So I want to do more of this stuff, so you'll see more of this stuff. Yeah, that's it. So go get out of here. More work of all kinds. If you want to, again, just to sit up here and put it. If you want to see my shit posts, I'm over there on TikTok, shit posting things because that's what I do. So you do that, and you stay tuned here for more of the real work, the work that is appreciated. Well, of course, all my work is appreciated. Duh, and shit. Look, plenty more show for all of y'all right after these commercial messages.